Donde está la biblioteca? Sounds good, doesn't it? That's all I learned in 4 years of Spanish. It means where is the library? That's not going to help you in the kitchen. But what I did learn was Buenos dias, amigas, which means welcome, girls. Hi, it's me again, Saucy Sharon Moore, coming to you from Dallas, Texas. Now remember, Texas was part of Mexico long before it was part of the United States. And we in Texas love our Mexican food. So today for you, I'm going to cook fish tacos. Fish tacos, you say? That's what I said when someone told me about them. I went, who wants to eat a fish taco? Yuck! But they're wonderful, and I've devised my own little recipe for fish tacos, which I'm going to share with you today. I call this recipe Tilapia Trinity Tacos, and the Trinity is limes, saffron, and tequila. And I'm actually going to put the tequila in the recipe today instead of drinking it first. Well, maybe we'll just have a little sip to get things going, okay? Let's talk about saffron just for a minute. It's a very unique spice. It's the most expensive spice in the world. It comes from the crocus flower, and each flower, when harvested by hand, only yields 3 of these little strands. Can you believe that? For a little interesting fact about saffron, it takes a whole football field of crocus flowers to make 1 pound, which costs around $5,000. So luckily you don't have to use this every day, but it only takes a small, minute amount to just burst some flavor into a recipe for you. The first thing we're going to do is extract the essence of the saffron by putting 1 cup of tequila in a saucepan over medium heat. So you don't want this to boil because all the alcohol will burn out, and you certainly don't want to lose the alcohol part of it. So you want to put a little candy thermometer in it and bring it up to about 125 to 150 degrees. When the tequila comes to temperature, you're going to take a good size pinch of the saffron and put it into the tequila. Remove it from the heat, and what's going to happen now is the alcohol and the heat are going to extract amazing flavor from this saffron. After a couple minutes, you're going to want to strain this off into a cup. Now just look at that color. It's marvelous. Pour the tequila in 2 shot glasses. Now these aren't for you to drink. These are for the recipe. But there will be some left over, and you can make yourself the most marvelous margarita you have ever tasted. But I'll tell you about that later. In here I have my tilapia fillets. I'm going to add the juice of 1 lime, the saffron tequila, a pinch or 2 of salt, and a little bit of crushed pepper. Now get all the air out of the bag and seal it up, and then just give those tilapias a nice little massage. I put this in the refrigerator for about 15 minutes. Now we're going to make our Trinity cream sauce. First you're going to take the Philadelphia cream cheese chopped up and softened. Then you're going to take the juice of 2 limes. Then you're going to take the saffron tequila. Then you're going to take a pinch more of the saffron and crush it up before you put it into the cream cheese mixture. And then add a half a cup of milk. And now you want to mush up this mixture just with the beaters without being on. So you can just kind of mush it up together. Then you're going to turn it on low. When your mixture gets creamy and smooth, you're going to add 1 teaspoon of sugar, a couple of really heavy pinches of salt, and some crushed pepper. And blend it some more. But don't y'all make fun of my mixer because it was my mom's, and she probably bought it in the 1950s, but it still works wonderfully. Let's give it a little bit of a taste. If you've never cooked with saffron before, it's unlike anything you have ever tasted. If it's missing a little something, add a little more lime juice. Now it's time to bread the tilapia fillets. Take them out of your marinade and put them in a bag of salted flour. Now you're going to shake them up in the bag And if you don't have enough air in the bag, just open the corner of it and blow some air into it, like a balloon. Now shake off the excess flour and put your filet in the egg wash. Take your filet and lay it down on the panko breadcrumbs, and then take some more breadcrumbs and drizzle the top with breadcrumbs. And after you have drizzled the top, then just push down on it, because these panko breadcrumbs do not stick as well as just regular breadcrumbs. Then just lay it on your plate. Now you're going to saute your fillets in a little bit of canola oil for a couple of minutes on each side until they're brown. Remove these to an upside down rack that's on a paper towel. Salt them just a bit. Now the oil is going to wick down into the paper towel, and the rack's going to keep the breadcrumbs separate so they don't get soggy. Don't they look wonderful? I could eat them just like they are right now. Forget the tacos. Got your tortillas. Corn is the traditional for fish tacos, but some people prefer the flour, so why don't you offer both? I like to warm my tortillas between two damp paper towels in the microwave for a couple of minutes. And to assemble your tacos, you're going to take a couple of pieces of this nice crispy tilapia. Look how good it looks. Then you're going to take just a spoonful of your Trinity sauce and kind of drizzle it on the top of the fish. And then a little bit of red cabbage to add a little bit of flavor and crunch to your tacos. Here's the finished product. Doesn't that look delicious? Now this is a dish for your foodie friends who have a little more of a refined palate, not your grandma and your grandpa. You waste the rest of that saffron tequila, because it will make the most marvelous margarita you have ever tasted in your life. Hasta la vista, baby.